Our third question is, how does it happen that we have forgotten that we are God? How can a little ego come into existence that feels separated from oneness?
Yes. So there seems to be a divine plan. We could possibly safely assume that in the beginning man was awakened, was enlightened, and that he had no sense of separation. Even now, small children, sometimes age 2, 3, they do not have this sense of separation. It's only afterwards that they develop the sense of separation. Maybe there's a divine plan behind it. Now what exactly happens is, when we are seeing, we don't hear. When we hear, we don't see. When we smell, we don't feel touch. When we touch, we don't taste. So senses function actually independently, but they coordinate so fast, it appears as though they're all functioning at the same time. That is what creates the illusion of separation. Now what happens in the awakening process is, the coordinate is slightly slowed down. The moment it is slightly slowed down, the self is gone. That is, the sense of separate is gone. What is there is oneness. Oneness does not mean you becoming one with that. It's not that at all. It's just the one. That's all. Now, what we are trying to do in the process is, when you receive and you give Deeksha, and you are passionate about awakening, it ultimately leads to a slowing down of sensory coordination. With that, you are gone. And if that happens for something like 7 minutes, you will never ever come back. It's over. And that is what we are trying to get to. Now, probably had man remained without this sensory coordination, he might have just felt one. And probably there might not have been this civilization and all this development. We might have continued to live in the Stone Age. Maybe nature or God has a different plan. So it brought about the sensory coordination, the sense of separation, and then the ego, and then the struggle, and then all else is history. Nations, societies, all things emerging, science and technology emerging. They built up all these things. Now probably the time has come that in order to survive, we might have to remove the sense of self. Because we already built up a great civilization, we have the computers, and maybe now without the self and the ego, things will continue to develop. Maybe that's why nature in 2012 might give that break, where it must slow down the sensory coordination and will all become awakened. So it's now in your hands now. You have to receive and give the blessings. Giving blessings is more powerful than receiving blessings. So you must do that. So I'll give a simple example of the television set, the DVD player, and the source of power, what we call the plug point in India. I don't know what they call in the country, where we put in the plug and we get the power. Now, the television set could be considered to be your consciousness, and the mind is the DVD player, and then the source of power is the Deeksha. Now, in the DVD player, the mind, you could put any teaching. You could put the teachings of Christ, or a Buddha, or Allah, or some Hindu teaching, or anything like you could put. It's completely yours. It is your DVD, whatever you want. And then plug into Deeksha. The Deeksha is neutral. It's simply just the source of power. And then the DVD or the is played on the television screen, that is your consciousness. So if it's a Buddhist teaching, you get the Buddhist enlightenment. If it's a Christian teaching, you get the Christian enlightenment. If it's the Islamic thing, you get the Islamic realization. So it just goes that way. Deeksha itself is exclusively neutral. It does not take any sides. You put any DVD there, it will make it an experience. That's all. But down the line somewhere, you will find the series are slightly slowed down. In fact, for some people, you will actually see the eyes going a little apart. You will take a picture before they are awakened, and after the awakening, you find the eyes are slightly moved apart. That's one of the signs that the senses are slowed down. That is what we call the neurobiological phenomenon. If that happens, it's permanent. It just stays put. Without that happening also, you can still be in a great state, but it may come, it may go. But once this happens, it's permanent and it cannot be reversed. So that's the answer for that question. What else remains?
Thank you very much, Bhagavan. The last question is, in the conference with Texas in Dallas at 12th of December, you have said, a citation now, that the one appears as the many. We do not say that the one becomes the many. Please, can you explain the concrete difference between appears and becomes? What exactly does this difference between appears and becomes mean? How does this difference concretely expresses itself at human being and in the emerging universe and on our earth?
Now you feel that you are separate from the other, you are separate from the wall, or the pillar there, or the door there, or some animal or come and you feel separate from the other. Now the strangest thing is, the moment this sensory coordination is slowed down, instantly you find that you are not separate from the other, in fact you are the other. That does not mean you become the wall or the tree there. What happens is, here we give a teaching. The observer is the observed. That is, there is no more the observer, the me, the I, looking at something. What is there is the pillar, the door, the wall. That's all that is there. And that defines you. The only way to say that you are there is that hall, those pillars, those people. The others define you. In that sense, only the other exists. You do not exist. And all that is there is all that is there, and you are all that. So instantly, the sense of separateness is gone. What hitherto was looking at the meaning. There is this pillar, there is a door, there is a wall, there is a roof, there are people, they all look separate from you. Instantly it's gone. All that is there is only one. The pillar is not different from the door is not different from that, it's all one. And you don't exist at all. So all is one. Nothing has happened. It's all the same. So it is appearing as though it was separate. But in truth, it's not separate. Just a slight going down the senses, it's all gone. So, but there's of course another state, the Kundalini still fires higher up, then you would actually feel that you are the wall. You feel that you have become the wall. This animal passing, you know that you are the animal breathing. That is not so very important. That's a super state. We're not talking super states. We're talking of simple awakening, simple enlightenment where you are not there. All that is there is there. That's the oneness we're talking about. And it's only an illusion that gets separate. Illusion is gone. It's a trick that the brain is playing on. The brain is a trickster. It is tricking you into believing that it's all separate. And that's gone. So we'll be going into all these things at a greater depth in the forthcoming scripts. The third question is over. Next.